Chad, how we doing? How's the board of directors doing? Imagine there's some disgruntled board of directors. My God, what an interesting week for me trying to kick off the multi-stream. Still just going to keep thinking about ways to grow this, ways to make this work. And my God, the one episode we share on Twitter, guys, we share the link, we get Thread Guy on, and everyone just dumps. what what the hell is that? No, but joking aside, I mean, we're just going to keep streaming. It's such an interesting, this whole experiment has just been, it's like you get spurts of, wow, this is going to be so huge. Like, this is going to be easy. This is going to propel Twitter again, the podcast again. And then you get a week where it's like, what the hell am I doing? This is going to be impossible. How the hell are we going to make streaming a thing on here? At the same time, trying to keep up with the BNB madness. So far, I've bought 2 coins that did absolutely nothing. Am I the only person that's not just making millions of dollars buying Binance memes? Maybe. But how's the chat doing? How are you guys doing? Let's see. What do we got? Oh my God, just this spam hentai porn. But like, what is this? I don't want to close the chat to only token holders because I know some of you guys won't be able to chat then. But I did just click on a message in the chat from one of these hentai bots. I really hope that's not a drainer. I just wanted to hop on. Don't have a guest today. I wanted to do that episode with the guy who had the one streamer coin that went to 70 million. But right now, kind of all my focus is just actually on finding someone that can talk about these BNB memes. Like, this BNB season is so insane. And the fact that people are writing it off already as, you know, this is only going to last for a little bit longer. Everyone's going to rotate back to Sol. Like, I still think that, and it's real, once again, it's also really hard to know because metas are only lasting like a week or two. But that being said, until this, what's happening here on BNB, and you know, you have coins. I don't know if you can actually see this. Let's see. Why is the far right side cut off? The market cap of these coins, like until we have anything on Solana that looks close to this, and I don't think we will for a little bit, Solana's not going away. But until this changes, the fact that we can have multiple coins go from 0 to 100 million plus on Binance, like the Binance season is going to continue. And it's not just CZ propping this up. I think that this is getting discounted way too much. It's the fact that money just flows. It's such a simple game of incentives in crypto. Money will flow to where it's getting the best yield or where there's the best incentive. And it's that simple. Like, there's no, is the tech better? Is this guy promoting it? Is it crime? You know, all that is kind of, like, it's ridiculous. Like, the stuff on Twitter you see, it's ridiculous. All it comes down to is, if I put $1 into this meta, what's the chances I can get $2 back? And right now on BNB, that chance is higher than anywhere else. I mean, it's like, it's still not, you know, you can still get crushed chasing some of these memes. But hold on, I saw this stat on Dune, 70%. Look at this. 70% of BNB meme coin traders are in profit. And then meanwhile, on Solana, you basically have less and less coins actually even hitting the bonding curve and graduating. This isn't bearish for Solana, by the way. Like, this is all fine. It's just a simple game of competition is good. And whenever you have a game that gets played out, whether it's NFTs, whether it's DeFi, whether it's Solana meme coins, eventually there's just too many people extracting from a certain meta or from a certain game. And that game just doesn't make sense to put money into. And then once enough people stop focusing on that meta that got old, then there's a chance it can come back. And so far, it's just like on BNB, you can actually make money buying meme coins like that. It's as simple as that. It's not, is the tech better? Is it bigger than Solana now? It's not any of those. It's just a simple equation of like, if I put money into this meta, can I do well? It's really kind of interesting to watch. So yeah, I still haven't made money on buying any of these meme coins, but I really want to get someone on. There's someone that's building a tool that's kind of helping you track some of the best traders that are making a ton of money on this. I want to have him on hopefully this week. If he's not done with the tool, then it'll be next week. But we're going to multi-stream that one to Twitter as well. And the whole goal is just like, obviously, I want to figure out how the hell people are making tons of money here. But also, I still think that multi-streaming is just the way to do this. I haven't seen, like, if you look across pump, I guess there is one other point to make with the BSC stuff is that the pump fun and especially pump fun streaming is just, I imagine it's going to continue to be an afterthought. It's just because these, like everything else here is going up faster. And so why is anyone going to be interested in pump fun memes or in pump fun streamers, anything like that? That is the one downside is like, as long as this is good, I imagine pump fun streaming and everything else will kind of be lacking. People are already making a meme every single time, Gainsey posts a stream, but it just is what it is. It's like there's not enough attention on Solana and pump fun right now. I think it'll come back. I'm still hyper bullish on pump fun, but my God, it's like ignoring this, like the fact that you can actually have this. This is what's happening here is some of the most insane shit I've seen in crypto in multiple years. This is in 5 days for some of these coins, 300 million. 5 days, 300 million. Like that's like peak Solana meme coin season. The numbers here are ridiculous. It's so insane. It's so insane. I want to have on someone so bad to kind of walk through like the actual alpha of tracking wallets, finding these coins right before they launch, all that. So that's the next episode. That's the next big episode I want to do. But it's definitely still been a bit of a challenge getting Twitter and everything up to speed, getting the podcast up to speed. It's going to be interesting on Pump. I like as the stream sells off, even though I'm multi-streaming and trying to get more guests on, it's just like, it is what it is. It's not going to change kind of my approach to this, but yeah, I'm realizing it's just going to be an uphill battle for a little bit. It'll make it that much better if this does work though. If this does actually work. Are there any, God, I want to reply to the chat, but I want to turn the chat on token holders only, but it legit is just bots. It is legit just bots. Also, the NFT strategy stuff too. I think people are writing that off too soon as well. I did a podcast. You guys probably saw that multi-stream earlier this week. This is not going away. This is kind of, I imagine this stays pretty hot for a little bit too. I don't know how well this will end. I think it will eventually end in a nuke, but I imagine this meta also continues for a little bit longer. It all just goes back to that thesis of like, there's almost too much focus on the tech. Like if you take off your investor hat for a second on thinking which protocol is good or which is going to have the most users or all those things, and just focus on does this game, insert whatever game you're playing, BSC meme coins, Solana meme coins, NFT strategy. If I put in $1, what's the chances I can make money? NFT strategy tokens and BSC are definitely just not played out yet. And until like the gap closes of putting money in these things, it's way harder to make money. Like they'll just keep going up. And it's just that simple for anything in crypto right now. And then outside of this, like if you're trading any of the majors, like there's like 6 coins that people are even looking at. It's Pump Fun, Hyperliquid, Zcash, maybe Plasma, but no one's trading that because it's just going to not do anything. I mean, it's like a handful of coins people are interested in. No one at all is interested in the ETF coins yet, which I think that could change pretty quick if we actually do see a big Solana or Doge launch. But it really is just going to be dominated by BSC memes. And also, I know that I'm probably streaming to an audience of mostly bots right now. But I did want to hop on because I know some of you guys will watch this stream later. The plan is just literally all I'm focused on is just getting big guests. Like that's literally it. That's how the podcast comes back. That's how sponsors come back, and that's how I can kind of try some more exciting experiments here of like maybe a little bit of what Gainsey's doing. I've seen him do buybacks with what he wins on Polymarket. There's a lot of things that have been tried. I still don't really know what works. I don't think anyone's actually made it work in terms of like growing their true viewership here. I do still think it's possible though. And I just think it's going to be some combination of the podcast, multi-streaming to X, and something else, but it's just going to take time. That's what I've learned. And in the meantime, I'll just have to live with the chart being absolutely nuked. Because if I share it again on Twitter, it's just going to get nuked. I think the reality is kind of what the thesis was at the beginning. Is like, I just have to find a way, no matter what, to grow the stream, grow the podcast, grow the Twitter again. Which is a really fun challenge. To the board of directors that's watching this later, hope you guys know, the streaming is not going to stop. I'm going to keep grinding. It's just a little bit longer road than maybe I initially thought it would be, but it makes it more fun, to be honest. Makes it more fun. I don't really have too much else. I just wanted to kind of give you guys the update on the plan here. Hopefully by the end of the week, we do that BSC meme coin stream. I think that'd be even bigger than the NFT strategy one I did. And having someone on to talk about that. And multi-streaming it to Twitter, hopefully getting thousands of people, telling people about the Pump Fund chat. And then also, after that, it's just literally straight up finding big guests. I mean, that's it. That is the formula to win. Like if you look at Thread Guy, if you look at any of the big streams, that's just the formula to win. Like you just have to get big guests. So for me, that's like 100% of my focus right now is just grinding Twitter again, getting back to all the people I haven't talked to in forever. That's just the grind, baby. That is just the freaking grind. Oh my God, what am I seeing? God, how do I get this spam out of the chat? I really don't want to token gate the chat. I am curious. I have not checked the Pump Fun streamer trenches in a little bit. Like if anyone else has tried, or if any other little experiments have succeeded. I have seen like some of the biggest launches over the past couple of weeks. It seems like they've already dropped off. I don't even need to name names. You probably know who I'm talking about. But they like had huge launches, said they're going to be streaming here nonstop. And it seems like they're already gone, which is kind of interesting. Outside of that, I've really just seen Gainsey. Like Gainsey, I think, has found a model that works. And so for me, it's just like tapping into something that's similar to that, probably closer to like a Thread Guy style stream and the podcast. And for the board of directors, the chat, I don't really have anything other to say. I mean, I like the ideas I'm still going to get. It sucks that the chart is down, but what can I do? The one thing, the other thing that I'm going to work on right now, and I'm trying to figure out, is just getting a dedicated clipper. So obviously you guys can make clips, but I think like ultimately, I mean, you really have to have someone that like truly understands the meta of how to rip good clips and get them out nonstop. So when I do my next podcast, then we just have like 5 clips ready to go instead of me taking like a day or two to get them all myself. So yeah, that's kind of the next thing I'm actually trying to cook up for the stream that you guys will actually see. But in the meantime, yeah, Solana and Pump Fund, they seem dead right now. It's just the rotation and the metas just speed up this late in the bull market. But if you chase everything, you kind of are always chasing things as like you should really be not chasing anymore. Like hopefully you're positioned into what's going to be good. And so it's like if Solana and Pump Fund and these things are less interesting right now, in my opinion, it kind of makes me more excited about them in the coming months. So really still just gearing up for like, how can this be fully firing, have a dedicated clipper, figuring out how to get 2 or 3 guests every single week. That's really what I'm focused on. And somehow making this work. Because otherwise it's like, you would just stream to Twitter. I would way rather have an actual chat here. I still also just firmly believe that the concept here of like, even if the chart goes up a ton, if we pump again, if the chart goes down, like people are still writing it off as, I don't know, as a bug instead of a feature. I still actually think it's a feature. I still think there is a way to create a positive flywheel here, but we'll see. It's just going to take some time. But I wanted to give the chat some updates. I imagine most of you guys will watch this later. But yeah, wanted to hop on and we'll be live again tomorrow. If I can get the guests for Thursday or Friday, that's going to be huge. But if not, if right now I'm only producing 1 podcast a week, obviously I want to be at like 2 or 3, but it is what it is. Just taking a little bit more time. just taking a little bit more time.